Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. Nifty move. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Go, Sack. Go 58's the mic. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Alrighty. 58, boy, 58. Hey, foxtrot.
On first down, it's Darnold. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
56.
Jones throwing on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
36 yards on the play. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A first down throw, Darnold. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch 36. 36. Hey, echo. Mike 36. Mike 36.
Now Darnold. Going deep downfield for Ross. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd and 9, Jones escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing Jones. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
70, Indy. 56. Nice, sweetheart. Go.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Mixon will try the right side. Big hold of the 30. And a cutback, right sideline. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 75 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
bomber. 22 jet bomber. Switch. Get it.
On the toss, Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now Jones. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake.
Get him. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. I'm coming.
After the interception, here's Darnold. That's complete to John Ross. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
We're going to start. 58 to Mike. You ain't going nowhere.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
60 out now. X3. 218. Chop. Two.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the Steelers' 5-yard line.
Ready? 10 Lobo. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go defense. And here we go. Switch 5.
From the gun again to Mixon. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Man, Eddie, get in the weight room. Watch 36.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Any weapon. Check. Fresno. Check.
They toss to Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
First down, Ravens.
Down. 8 read. Hey, Alpha. Check back. Shoot.
Off play action. Jones. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Yeah. He's coming. Fair. Get it.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
I'm coming after you. Mike 56. You gonna get this boy? You think you gonna get this? Hey, Steve 6. Begin.
2nd and 2. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
First down, Baltimore.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Jones now on first down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let him know, let him know. Slam, slam, slam.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Darnold now to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Hey, Haywood. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Now watch run. The lady. 58.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Check me out. Young lady. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, check. Mike, 36. Bravo. 36. Watch the run. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
All day, dog. Watch 36. 36. Go. Get ready. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. Red 80. Watch the out. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Darnold on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. This is caught inside the 15. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Darnold now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Mixon with it. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58. Ready? 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Bring it.
On 1st down, Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 58, right over there.
Darnold from the gun. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's put that team on.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Gets this one to use check. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Jones. Lorenzo Carter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
90 Wolf. 56.
Now Jones throwing on third and long. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On second and 10, Darnold. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right? And 80. Here we go, D, get off the field. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. I got it. Hey, Zoo. Hey, 58 is to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. Here we go.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Looking deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Quick throw here, caught by Gabriel. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Ready? 60 or 56. Took the ball. Christian, Travis. He's checking. Crash. Ready?
Jones operating from the gun. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And now off to the races, down the right side, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Almost the entire length of the field, a punt return of 97 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point try good by Gano, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Matchbox lights. We want this. Kill. Switch.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Jones. He's going to fire one deep. It got his man complete. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
On 1st and 10, Jones. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing Jones. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. This is Hines. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Check 26, check 26. Check.
Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We got 4.
Now it's Darnold. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten.
And that's caught inside the 30. Brashad Perriman off to the races. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Gano the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Down 2 scores, out of timeouts, a must recover if they're going to have any shot. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Look at me, Zipper.
Again, it's Mixon. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. I love the look you just gave me because I know what you're thinking. If you're going to run towards the perimeter, you better either stay in bounds or get the first down, or both. He did neither.
Imagine the looks he's getting right now from his team, from his coaches. They go over those scenarios all the time, and as you said, he did neither.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
55.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions?
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Darnold. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Hey, exit. 58 to Mike, 58.
Darnold now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. To throw is Darnold. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. It'll be a gain of 6. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Go. Smooth.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is the tight end Fant. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, their strong September has carried over to October.